And that was the perfect, like, just 1 minute trailer, and we're already live. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Happy New Year to everybody. New Year, same shit perhaps for the boys over at New York, 1932.
New Year, New York, same idiots.
Yes,
New York.
exactly. Hello and welcome to the Big Sleep. It is a Pulp Call of Cthulhu campaign, and we're actually okay. I fucked up. We're not on session 5. We're on session 6. Okay, change. No one saw that. It was 6.
No. It's session 5. It's definitely session 5.
It's
What do you mean?
I'll remember
Yeah.
again.
Yeah,
This is session
Yeah.
5.
what are you on about?
What do you mean?
It's session 5.
We're doing
Here we
session.
go
It's the
again.
first time we're going into the thing, you know?
What? No.
You had things planned.
What? Yeah. I guess maybe it was all according
Going
to
to the party, right?
Yeah, we're going to the party.
you
You've never been
guys.
there. 100%.
Oh,
And we get a luck
I
point.
don't know what you're talking
Oh
about.
yes, guys, everybody, make sure you register your luck points for tonight, as you're gonna need all the luck. A little bit of a refresher for those who caught the last episode last year.
No, what do you mean refresher?
Yes, we
What do
need.
you mean refresher? You said you're not gonna give a refresher.
Yeah, a little refresher for last year for the audience. For those who
I
have
am so
not.
glad I
We
got
have to
that
all
100 out of
F
the
it
way.
in mute, huh?
No, I just
To lie.
a little bit of a break of immersion for the guys. For those who would like to catch the last few sessions over at Twitch, you can check on over the highlighted stuff. We might be uploading them on YouTube. So, if you guys want to want to know what happened, if you guys want a refresher, you'll have to go to those links, because we're not gonna have a recap tonight, actually, because not everybody will have to try to remember.
we are gonna have a recap, just not by you.
I know. So, yes, so we're gonna actually start right from the get-go now, as the music just kicked in for that. Perfect. We're gonna shift the scene to someone in the car in a bit of a daze. Actually, Alfred, walk us through that morning, how you prepared, like from, your morning routine all the way up to the car ride where you're gonna pick up your resident, your fellow compatriot.
Johnson? No, Johnson.
No,
Aldo.
Johnson's already lived there
No,
with me.
yeah, I bet
Johnson's driving.
he's
I'm
gonna
gonna be picking up Aldo.
yeah, your fellow compatriot, your fellow Italiano. But walk us through, walk us through what's in his head as he goes through his morning preparing for the party of the century, supposedly, or the party of the 30s. This particular.
Yeah, he's he's got the biggest hangover ever. Worse than any other one he's ever had, and he does not know why, because he didn't even pre-game all that much. He's got
Damn. No
Johnson
pregame.
there with him. Well, it's Alfred. He doesn't need pregame. He's got Johnson there with him. Johnson's made a whole English breakfast. Because posh. Alfred eats it. He's enjoying it. It's really awkward because it's actually very silent for the time in this house. This old, big abandoned mansion that's normally hosted with parties and fun and all kinds of liquor going around. But now it's just two people sitting in a quiet, long-ass table that you would see in, like, one of those castles.
And you see, Johnson goes like, "So, are you ready for the night? Yeah."
He's gonna be holding up mid-bite. Hey. For the first time, no. I'm not, Johnson.
You want me to bring some firepower, guns blazing? Your our former familia will be there, I'm pretty sure.
I know. And he rubs his temple. Oh. I. Something about this day feels off already, Johnson, and I can't tell what. And it worries me.
Have you tried doing, as you know, throwing a bit of salt over your back? Maybe it might
Hmm.
help.
He's gonna He's gonna snap his fingers at him. You're right. You're right, as always, Johnson. This is why you're right, my right-hand man.
Yes, you know, my mother that says whenever big events like this happen, anything bad can go wrong. So it's best we set it right.
Yeah, I'll do that just before we leave. And you know what? Just as protection, he's gonna pull out the invitation from his pocket and read it real quick for the start time and the what would be supposedly the end time for the party.
Hold on. I will actually flash on the screen as you pull out your invitation. Let me have that for you. Eh. Oh. I weren't supposed to. Hide, hide, hide. What?
I,
Damn it. Hello? Just... This is what happens. Nice. Oh wait, I have to grab it. Sorry, it has like when you take a holiday break, it's like where my fingers for grabbing things. Here you go.
Oh, it doesn't even have a start time on it. Gosh darn it.
Oh, you can roll for quick intelligence to recall how these these usual functions kind of work.
93.
Easy.
Success.
Yeah, it's the hangover. So you're just like, what was it again? All right. They usually when it says supper party, the term supper is like dinner time. So their dinner
Yep.
is actually lunch. Weird lingo, but supper is dinner. Dinner is lunch. So
Yeah.
this is a nighttime event, and given that they mentioned just the mid beach Staten Island at the Stone Court, you know that this is a rendezvous spot. This is usually just like for these kinds of things, there's a rendezvous spot and they would bring you somewhere else.
Okay. Johnson, I need you to do me two of the biggest favors.
Yes, senor, anything for you. You have my life, you have my soul, you have my.
If you do not hear from me in any way or form or see any activity going on, let's say an hour after I get to that island, I need you to head to Department 29 and tell them things have gone wrong.
A look of concern goes over his face. You mean to tell me, senor, I will not go with you? Who will protect you?
Well, I've got Aldo, I've got that Irish fella, or Australian, I don't know what he is anymore, I never really talked to him. Got the handsome Mr. Mops. I've got that French one, Ricky. He's a good fella.
French one.
But so I will stay
Johnson,
out.
I need a man on the outside.
Okay. He is nervous about
I
it.
trust you more than anybody with my own life.
Oh, he kind of puts his hand over his heart as if like this is the deepest thing you've ever said, and there's like almost like he's trying not to cry. He goes, I won't let you down, senor. He kind of looks around and goes, Shall I bring you bottles? Bottles of your best bottles?
Yes, always. And Grandpapa's favorite.
Yeah.
We'll go actually visit the bastard before we leave.
He kind of like looks as he doesn't actually like a lot of um like he's one of those mooks that worked outside of your home. Like, he's always there out on the streets. This is the first time he's actually been inside the bowels of like his. So to him, he's just a starstruck. Like, oh my god, I'm eating at the same table. I'm in proximity. I'm breathing the same air. So he doesn't actually know what your papa's favorite. He's just yes. What brand exactly? He kind of like plays it off of like
Just think of old Italian man.
uh. He
Yeah,
goes,
he's totally Italian.
it goes. Are we talking about the limons? The limones?
Yes. Papa always did have their favorites. For how German they were, so for some reason they did love the Italian goods.
Oh, I could. There, I saw a couple of grappas down below. Do you want me to grab it?
Yes,
Okay.
just one.
The strongest one.
The strongest one for that bastard. He
Okay.
needs to feel something while he's in the grave.
It's just letting you know that for funsies, and given your credit score, and your status, the kind of grappa that's being made by your dear father to be was definitely the usual is 60. He went for the 95 to 100 proof. It's like you're inhaling ethyl alcohol at this point.
Yeah.
God. So yeah. It's definitely like fumes. You're drinking fumes. Like it's similar to the French apple wine where it's like when you drink it, it's like, are you even having fun? It's like you're just burning
Exactly.
you're burning your throat at this point. So those are the kinds of liquors that you surround yourself with. Anything that will just set your soul on fire. So he goes, and he goes, when you mention department, is that the one within the police department, the New York Police Department, the one in Brooklyn?
Yes, the Apartment 29.
The one with
you
the one with.
picked me up from that one
Do
time.
I speak to the fat one or do I speak to the scarier, older looking one?
If you can't get to the scarier one, speak to the fat one first. He's like a little teddy bear. He's not too harmful.
Yes. What would be a code that I would give them? Just as a form of secrecy.
Try to think of a really funny French thing to say. But not even just a French thing. I'd be like, just say the island has been taken by the Monsieur.
Island has been taken the island has been taken by the monsoon. Okay, and then he kind of pauses
If
for
you
a
want to
bit.
simplify it, Johnson, just say the island has been taken by the French.
Island has. Okay, I do not wish to steer any, perhaps any suspicion, but yes. I also wish to ask, given you say 30 minutes, the drive from, like, with the barge and with coming back. Most likely, I won't be back till about 2 hours. Would you be safe by then? Do you wish for me to bring a boat?
Yes, bring a boat. That'll be very, very smart.
Okay, boat. I will bring a boat. I'll hire a fisherman. A fisherman's very discreet and they know their way around the water should the water stir for a bit. Nuts. Because, I will use my money. You don't need to use your own, senor. I can cover for much, so the money doesn't trail back to you. You see, kind of like points his head like
Thank you,
he's.
Johnson.
Do we bring any guns? I know I shall leave you, but shall I give you some guns?
He's gonna pull out his own from his coat pocket. Well, it's like inside jacket pocket, and then he'll also point to his knife that's also on his person.
Okay. Since you have declared you have hidden weapons. You will be rolling for stealth for each of those weapons later on. So,
Yeah.
you have declared hidden
I
weapons.
mean, to be fair, I don't think he's actually fully hiding them great either. I think he's just kind of like, oh, I have these.
Yeah.
Like, I've been in a gang. I assume most people will have them with us at the party.
That is true. Um, and in that instance, as everything's prepared for, is there anything else you ask of Johnson? He has agreed to, like, after half hour, he will, like, if he sees anything troubling, he would go back to, but that would take him 2 hours back and to get the everything. So
Yeah. I guess yeah. Inform anyone who is, if he knows anyone who's on my side still, to show up to the party
okay.
after he dropped, like after any sights of anything. I don't know how to word it properly. Tired. Oof.
No, no, it's okay. At least plans are set in motion. So after your breakfast, there's this match cut of you wearing the tailored suit made by the Italian tailor that you went to the last time. There's a weird, you can't shake off the feeling, like, that kind of sense of deja vu. It's like, oh, I felt like I've done this before, kind of thing. Just, it nags over you. Just as a little, can you roll luck real quick?
Luck. Yeah, I can. Success.
Ooh. As you get over to the chair, like, tell me something, like a little mishap as you were trying to get to the back of the car. It could be as simple as tripping, you found a broken bottle, a bottle smashed on your butt. You declare the mishap you had
He
previously.
found his father's pocket watch in the car.
So what accident would be involved by it? How did you find it? Did you sit on it? Did you step on it?
He sits on it and it gets fully crushed. Not really a crush, but like it's cracked because of him sitting on it.
Okay. I would say because of your luck roll, a part of you remembers that you were about to sit on something. And your butt dodges it. So you do, and then you hear like a drag of chains and cloth as you slide off for a bit, and you see the watch intact.
Huh. Strange. I didn't think this thing was still around.
There was like, in the nagging part of your head, you remembered hearing the sound of crunching glass. But here, the watch is intact. So do you hold it for a bit?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to it a bit and
What's
kind of just reminisce.
Yeah, real quick. Because you are of the mafia life, the Italian mob life.
Yes.
They actually have symbols, crests. What does pennies have as a family crest? What do the pennies carry? Because some mafia gangs would have like a silhouette of a naked woman's back. Some would be a broken wine glass. Some would be a rose. Some would be like, those kinds of things. What does the family crest carry?
It's very much a broken glass of liqueur with a rose inside of it.
Ooh. So that would be something etched onto the watch, at the back of the watch.
Yes.
And it would also be in all of your handkerchiefs. Like, you would have to carry that kind of emblem as a family, an Italian family mobster.
As La Familia.
I would actually have to ask for your logo later on, to put it.
Yes.
But you give it to me next week. For now,
Yep. I'll draw one for you.
so we make a jump cut as Johnson, driving the car, heads on over to the rendezvous spot over at Aldo. Where do you actually pick Aldo from last time? Where do you pick him up?
I think I just went to Aldo's apartment or something.
Ooh,
I didn't tell him where I live. I told him an area where he thinks I live.
uh,
Yeah.
and
It's
the,
just wherever I think Aldo told me.
and you actually went to directly to his place instead. If,
No, I think it is just wherever. I don't have that much of a manpower to investigate into where he actually lives.
Okay, cool. So, going over to Aldo, what rendezvous spot did you declare to meet?
Uh, Probably near a gas station.
Okay. So you'll roll up to the gas station. Um, did you actually go with the rest? Because I think the previous plan, as discussed on the jail, was Ricky was going alone. As
Yes, Ricky still goes alone. Well, Ricky still plans to go alone.
New plan.
Yes.
There's the plan. We stick with the plan.
We're gonna shift real quick from the POV of Alfred over to Aldo. As walk us through that morning as you make your preparations to go to said party. What's your usual morning routine? What do you usually drink before, and all the, like, just walk us through what he did from the moment he woke up until he went to the gas station.
Aldo opens his eyes immediately, just stands there for a few more seconds and takes a swig from one of the bottles nearby.
All right, real quick, as before you actually open your eyes, one thing. Let's have you roll
Oh
for
boy, nightmares.
intelligence. I hope you fail for this one. It will spare you actually from the fall.
Bad,
Nightmares, dream of wife.
bad.
Ah, wait. My screen's white. My eyes. Hold on. Yeah, dark
Why
screen.
don't you have it in dark mode?
Every time. Oh, thank goodness. Oh no, it's a hard success. Oh, the nightmare you have. We gotta swap.
Nightmare.
Nightmare, we gotta swap to the nightmare.
Nightmare.
Can't wait to get
Nightmare.
Can't wait to get
Jump scares again.
scared again. I forgotten about it.
No,
Now you remembered.
name flashback story. Let's. You remember looking over what looks to be a body of water. The smell of chlorine in the air. Antomis pool.
What's the nightmare? Oh, you know, the monster.
The you do remember the body
Creature.
floating.
La criatura.
You feel how soaked your suit was and your pants. As actually, as a little bit of input, when Aldo was tasked to deal with certain things, does he do the cleanup afterwards as well? Or he's just mainly the one that does the hit?
I'll probably inform that the hit is done and then I leave.
Okay.
Cleaning? What's that? Never heard of it.
Okay.
The shoot and forget.
Okay. Can you make a handgun shot, but in hard success, please?
Okay. Head gun. Oh.
Okay.
58.
Would you like to push this?
Actually, quick
No.
question:
No. Okay.
Are we in a level up session?
No. No. I don't want you guys to die.
Oh.
Okay.
But the moment you guys get into combat,
no.
probably,
Still no.
probably it'll be a push. Specific only
Just
for
had to ask.
If it's if you guys go into combat and go through initiative, yes, we will level up
Okay.
solely for the combat, but not for the socials at the moment because we did that 2 sessions ago. But
Last time.
for this instance, since you chose not to, push this, this was actually the few instances where you missed. You remember the black hair, the shot that should have killed them. Now they're making a spectacle. Phantoms, Phantoms, not Phantoms, sorry. Falcon Sr. is pissed. I told you to do it quietly. My daughter's coming in any minute.
Sorry. Something just feels wrong.
Yeah.
Something ain't right.
There's this shock as you see the water in the swimming pool start to turn red as the woman you've shot is trying to swim away, panics, screaming. Next thing you know, you are there in the pool, holding her head down. You see her face underneath the water, underneath your hands. Can you make a strength check for me?
And there's the problem. Let's
Mhm.
go. Regular or hard?
Regular. Wow!
Alright, I'm pushing that.
Okay. Oh.
Okay, God says no.
She just wouldn't.
God says fuck you.
She just wouldn't stay down. She just wouldn't stay down. You had to do the job. That's all you were thinking. Can you tell me what else you were thinking during that moment? As this is basically a very messy job. It was supposed to be one shot, leave the body, and now you're trying. Like they're pulling their heads up. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm probably just gonna start straggling at this point.
Oh, okay.
No more fanfare.
Okay. So you were trying to just keep her head down in water. Now you're just trying to hold it in, hold her in place. This would warrant.
Another straight.
No.
Check.
Would you use your size to hold her down?
Yes.
Okay. Let's just say we can roll for strength, but it'll be a consideration for your size. You're putting all the weight, like you're really like holding it down and squeezing this petite woman. The details are blurred as to why you're doing this, but you had to do this. Falcon Senior told you to. Just roll for size.
Alright.
Wow!
Jesus Christ, I am not having a good day.
Dude, you
I
might.
guess Aldo's dying today.
It really is an off day.
I guess Aldo's dying today.
Are you pushing or are you keeping this
Alright.
roll?
I'm pushing. Let's go.
Whoa, okay. I would say because of this
Into the depths.
yeah, you push it so hard that the red water turns black as the hair that's springing up. You actually push so down that your face submerges in the water, making sure, like you feel like you use your height advantage to push it down. That the head touches your feet, swirls and strings of uh, like hair going about. And for a moment, as the hair parts, because you're holding down and her face up, the hair covers the face for a moment. And then it slowly starts to push away with the sway of the water, the signs of struggle as she stills. But instead of a look of horror, there's a face, a smile, as it looks up to you, the completely blue in the red, darkened water. Can you make a sanity check, please? No pushing.
Whew.
Hey, so you only take one.
Whew.
You will wake up from this nightmare. Um, it will be covered in sweat by this time. Unfortunately, since you rolled really well with your intelligence, you will remember this dream. It's a hard success, so you will remember every moment of it.
And that's why I'm drinking already.
Alright, so walk us through your morning routine afterwards. Up until you head to the gas station.
Demons in my mind? More like drowning my demons in my mind. Blood, blood, blood. Uh, After taking a swig, I'm gonna look out the window and see what time it is. I don't keep a clock in my room.
Uh,
I'm just checking where the sun is.
are you usually the type that wakes up early in the morning, or the one type that wakes up like really late?
Random, randomly. Aldo can't decide whether he wants to wake up early or not. He's
Okay.
never been a. I mean, he used to have a consistent record until a certain event happened.
I'd say, for now, you kind of wake up around noon.
And
So your noon routine, which is basically your dinner, you end up drinking liquor. What kind of liquor are you drinking?
uh, probably scotch,
Okay.
straight from the tap.
Like, cool. Alright, you chug a couple. I need you to make a constitution roll, please.
Alright, God says no. I ain't pushing that.
Okay. So I would say in this after you take a couple of drinks, you do it in an empty stomach, so it hits you a lot harder than it should. You're a bit sluggish. Um you put on your suit that you got from the tailors, against your will mayhaps, but you're wearing good threads you haven't worn in a long time, except for like lavish parties back in the day. With like everything feels like you've done this before, but a layer of it, not just from the past of your previous work. Like you feel like you have done this from the moment you put on the sleeves, pants. It's like you've done this. You put on this layer of clothing. You can smell the scotch in your breath as you kind of start to head. Do you grab anything in your house before you head to the gas station?
I'm gonna look at my wife's picture. I'm gonna open my drawer to see a pair of cufflinks.
Ooh.
It's the Falcon's
Ooh.
signet, and I wear it.
Sweet.
It's old. It's clearly not been treated well.
Alright. So,
It has lost a bit of its shimmer.
indeed. It's you remember how oddly, like it's an odd color. You see, it's asymmetrical in shape, and it has an amber color. right. So you head over to the rendezvous point, as it's at quite close. Like it'll take about like with the barge and the drive and everything, to get to the rendezvous point. Um, Assuming you guys meet up really late, a little bit of a time skip, like, because I do recall Alfred would like to be fashionably late for this event.
Yes,
Fashionably.
fashionably late.
Okay, so you guys would meet.
Fashion.
You guys would meet around, just as it's close to sunset. About 2 hours. It would be like pitch dark when you guys get there. Um, I would like Alfred to roll for spot hidden.
Oh, spot hidden. Um, yes. There it is.
Oh yeah, you
Extreme success.
you smell the smell of scotch as like your car parks to like when Johnson parks. You meet up with Aldo wherever he may be in the gas station. You smell the scotch on him. You can tell he's probably taken down Lord knows how much. It's like it sticks to his breath. Like yeah, you can tell. And he has the fan.
You see him crouching in the corner, smoking.
Aldo, Hank, we're here.
Christ.
You also notice his
I just woke up.
cufflinks. Lovely
Oh,
cufflinks.
I didn't know you had it in you to do any of these things, Aldo.
It's formal as I furrow my brow and put my fingers to my temple.
And actually,
It's just
you do
felt
recognize
like
it as
doing
one of the because of the extreme success. Can you roll for an intelligence, Alfred, real quick?
Yes, I can. Intelligence.
Wow. Oh, you're like, I remember that. Though that's prime jewelry right there from the Falcons. That's Italian gold right there. Yes. Like, I mean, you were told it was Italian gold. Like, yes, you definitely know it's a Falcone heirloom. Only the top circle would get those kinds of cufflinks.
So you still got some memories there, Aldo? Hard to loosen some ties.
just memories. Nothing more. As I take one more drag from my cigarette and I put it out on the floor.
Yeah. Well, you got your guns.
Always.
Smart. We don't know what's gonna happen in there.
It's a party. Everyone's gonna have a gun.
That is true.
And an idiot goes into a mobster's party without a gun.
Yeah, that's very true. Alright, let's get going, bud. Bub.
Real quick, is there anything that Alfred and Aldo have a conversation with? Do you guys share any of the weird deja vus? Can you mention two things both of you might have seen on the road that's like, huh, I've seen this
I
before.
spy.
Yeah, it's like probably a boat that passed by, a pedestrian that
I
tripped.
guess yeah, he'll probably point out the Matom again. That's there.
Aldo is just quietly looking in the water, 1,000 yard stare, just quietly staring.
It would be funny if you pass by the spot and you're like, I drowned someone there.
Nah, the
That's where I did it.
I did, I swear.
It
the
was me.
it's a far away from the docks where the barges would be. So what are the two things that you can give one each, one from Aldo, one from Alfred? What do you guys spot along the road that made you goes, I've seen this before. Wait, it's super unique. It has to be a super unique thing. It can be anything from like a car swerving, or you can see a bird and it poops somewhere, like something that distinct. Like this would never normally have happened and felt like it happened already.
Hmm. I guess, yeah, some gravel being kicked up and kind of scratching up the windshield.
Okay. It's like as you pass over like maybe like 42nd and 43rd Street, and then suddenly like there's like this pothole, and then there's like a gravel that just hits the windshield, and there's a spider crack. Oh, sorry, senor. I'll fix that. Uh, get different glass, different time.
I don't remember that pothole ever being there at Belry's. Even in the past 2 days. Weird.
Aldo, what do you see that made you go, huh, I've seen this before and this shouldn't happen at all again, kind of thing, along the road?
Probably probably a pair of dock workers, just or somebody working on something, like a house or something. They're building something, and one of the guys hits his hand with a hammer.
It's a weird sense of like you've seen this scene happen before. The exact same shirt, build of the man as he drives over and like kind of gets up just as you guys pass by, make a turn. It feels like you've been in this road. You've gone through the same cycle, and as you guys slow to a stop over to the barge, waiting on the pile of cars that are slowly coming in the Staten Island ferry. Do you guys say anything to each other, or does everything just feels like there's this never-ending itch of like, this feels like this has happened?
No, I don't trust Alfred.
What? No.
You know what? I think Alfred actually won't say anything either. I think he feels too off put by everything going on for once.
Alright. So as you guys continue to drive, we're gonna cut the scene real quick from here. Since you guys arrived late, the first person that actually would arrive there would be Ricky!
Ricky!
Walk us through that
Where's your
morning.
friends?
The whiplash of it all is like the you do remember the events that happened. What was the last memory of Ricky just as he wakes up? What was the last thing you did that night that you remember as you wake up?
When Ricky wakes up from from his sleep, his first instinct is like a sudden gasp of air as he remembers the sickening feeling of like getting smushed, or like basically getting enveloped by the flesh that wrapped around all of them on that day. And then immediately as he's like catching his breath, he's going to like scramble around him, like he's basically fighting out of his covers because he was under a blanket, as he scrambles around trying to like look for his gun until he realizes, oh wait, I'm back at the bed.
Good morning,
And he's just going to take a bit to catch his breath and basically look around him for a minute, like trying to feel like, is this all real? Are we, am I alive? Like,
I would say, what's
whoa.
as you're looking around
Mhm.
making sense of things, what
Mm-hmm.
is like the most unique thing in like a unique fixture in your room? Like, is it like the way the sun would pour out on your window, or it's like the first sight you see when you wake up is mostly the city from the window? Like, paint us a picture of what your room looks like.
Ricky's room is actually fairly small. He doesn't have a big room. One might even say that it might just as well be an attic, as he's like on just a mattress on the floor. He's not he's not really fancy, or like he doesn't really mind actual furniture. He's used to like literally roughing it out ever since the moment he enlisted. He's used to the rough conditions, and that's what helps him sleep at night. So that's why he's staying like in a cramped spot with barely any actual furniture. There is like a window that leaks in the sunlight, but there really isn't a lot into the room itself.
Right. So
And
yeah, because
mhm.
when you look around, like the thing that immediately tells you like you are in the present, it's like the light from the window is already like it's bright enough to tell you it's morning, because the last thing you remember was nighttime, and now it's morning.
Yes.
That's like weird. It's like it, and the dream feels
Something's
real.
not right.
Yeah, the dream, everything felt like it was real. Now you're here. So,
Yeah.
tell me how you go about your events this time, leading up to you heading to uh Mid Beach. Like,
So Ricky is first off going to like slowly get out of bed. He's still in shock, obviously, like in disbelief, like everything's normal question mark in his head. Is like, last I checked, we last thing he remembers, in fact, aside from the feeling of being suffocated, is his hand like having pulled the trigger, and the feeling of blood having it splattered on him. And so he's like going over to he's going to the bathroom in, where he's staying, and he's going to look at the mirror, and but he's going to like feel his face to like try to remember the feeling, because it definitely felt too real to him.
where did you put your shotgun in this scene? Do you sleep with your shotgun, or you keep it somewhere else?
Like a good soldier, technically it's close enough within reach, but far enough to not accidentally, fuck something up, or
Okay.
not to accidentally pull the trigger upon waking.
There's no blood on your face. You are dressed as you were the night you slept. You check over your
Mhm.
shotgun. Not a bullet was spent, but you do recall spending a bullet for that one shot. Well, two shots that mattered. Uh, as of now,
Mm.
nothing was spent.
Man, I must be going crazy. He's going to then slap himself awake, and then basically go uh, pick up his shotgun, obviously, hide it, and then he's probably gonna go grab a quick bite to eat before heading out.
Uh, I just have a question. Leading up to, has anything changed beyond, like, the bite to eat? And do you still try to go early to mid beach?
He's hesitant. He feels hesitant about going, but but that's like he's still thinking that it might it might be just a dream. Maybe I was just crazy. Maybe it's nothing. I'll still go.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Okay, so as you're going to grab a bite to eat, is it in a cafe? Is it a sandwich shop? Like run of the mill spot are you choosing to eat? Because we're gonna keep you poised.
I actually forget. Do hot dog stands exist already at this time?
Yes. I would. That's actually a fun thing to look.
I'm actually unsure on that one.
We can ask the old reliable. Oh yeah, it has been in existence since 1871. So yeah.
Okay, yeah. Then he would be just grabbing a quick bite from like a hot dog stand. He's not going. He's not. He's punctual,
Yeah.
technically speaking. So he wouldn't be taking too long. He wouldn't like be late or anything like that.
So are you still arriving at the same time? Are you doing anything prior to it? Are you trying to contact the others? Or do you stay a little
Uh,
bit behind? Or do you still try to go through the motions of
he
going
is
early?
going to try and call like either mops or Samus, considering that he last remembers uh them being those around. But like he's going to call at the phone booth, obviously.
Oh wait, hold on. Ooh, there is hold on. 1800s.
There should be a phone booth.
First telephone in New York. Alexander Graham Bell brought first model to Manhattan. Okay, first telephone directory in 1878. How prevalent?
Yeah,
I'm gonna check
pretty
first.
sure the 19s should have telephone booths.
I just dial phones replaced, and before 19 telephone were 4 digits. Before 1931, so it's now 4 digits. And also, okay, so they're upright and they were common to the. Okay, so there were telephone buildings. So I guess there's a telephone system already in 1930s. That's amazing. I didn't know that. Because I was like, my brain was
The
registering.
more we learn.
Oh my goodness. Okay. It's cool. You guys have telephones. So, you would try to call Mr. Mops, unfortunately, but he's not here. So we're actually gonna go pivot
Yeah.
the scene to Samus real quick. What's the last thing he remembers before he wakes up?
I would say the Dem's head being blown off by Ricky, and and Ricky dodging the bat, and Thanos smashing the Monsignor's head in. And then like the giant gelatinous blob taking over, well, consuming them all or something.
Great. How does he reel from it? Is he the screaming type? Does he break into a sweat? Does he usually have nightmares, Samus?
I mean, he probably has nightmares of when the war happened. Because he was around then.
But he never served, right?
He served.
Oh boy.
Or he was of age of where conscription was.
Were you? I guess you were more of the foot soldier that's just patrolling.
You
During
see
that
the
time.
bullet wounds on him already?
Okay, alright. Okay, so he was one of the patrol infantry types. Okay. So, uh, uh, when he woke up, like, is he the type that screams, thrashes? How does.
He wakes up, making sure he hasn't punched a hole in the wall. Probably there's a hole in the wall from him thrashing.
There's a hole in the wall now.
And a bit of the debris falls. There's caked in plaster or wood, whichever it is, that is built in your home. Where are you staying right now?
It'd probably be near the fish docks.
Did you rent a room? Or you're staying under what's the name?
He rents a room.
Okay, he rents a room. Oh god, you're gonna have to pay for damages. You're surprised to wake up in the room that you're renting in. That now has a fist-sized hole beside the bed.
I have to buy some supplies. He checks what day it is.
No, that
Ricky did not have the hindsight to check what day it is. All he knows is it's day.
Yeah. I mean, you do check it's a day out. It's unnerving because you do remember the last time you were awake was nighttime and now it's day and you're in the same room that you rented the night before. Assuming you went about your day, do you kind of check out of this room? You don't, or do you keep paying for until the next nightfall? How is your setup in this rented room?
Where he rents per week.
Oh, this is like your actual
Yeah.
residence docks, like the dock hand rooms.
Basically, they're cheaper for the fishermen and all that.
You do know they're communal in that sense. They don't have their own separate room if you're going for the ones that are for the workplace.
It's not.
It's like a bunker.
It's not like he rents his own place because it's like he doesn't actually work for like a singular group or anything like that.
Oh. Okay, so it's like a shabby rundown
Yeah,
apartment.
it's
and just-
shabby, rundown, cheap, but it's where he works and
Can you roll for a brawl to see the extent of the damage of this punch?
there is my I'm just gonna push it.
Do you hurt yourself
Nice.
in the process? I would
Probably-
say
Probably a few splinters.
yeah, there's splinters stuck on your wrist. I was like, it would be comical if you punched a hole all the way to your other apartment neighbor, but instead you hurt yourself. Can you roll a d6? Okay, 2. Yeah, those are deep intentions of the splinters, like. So, yeah. Do you try to deal with your splinters?
Yeah, he just come out.
Ah. What is this? Project Software? Tweezers.
I told you about how I dislocated my finger yesterday.
I
and you just put it
horrifying.
back.
Oh god, that was horrifying. Yes. In that case, you'll have to roll for first aid.
First aid.
There, below, past up. There you go. Ah, you have good.
Why? No, I am doing terrible. There we go.
Wow. I thought with all the failed rolls yesterday.
I was rolling terrible yesterday. I am rolling terrible today. I'm not doing well this year.
It's like, And you start. I'll say
This is a
initial.
good sign.
You try to pull it out first. There's pain. Exhale, and then you start to pull out properly. You do a wrap up so it doesn't bleed too much, but it's definitely. I declare. Where do you piss? Piss. Oh, punch. Right or left?
Well, if he was sleeping, I'd probably slam fist to the right. So
Okay, so I would say your right hand's with a bandage right now.
Yep.
God.
he'll heal within a day.
That's not how healing works in Call of Cthulhu. But
That's how Australians heal.
no, that's I shake my head. After this, it does feel. So, you do, what they call this? You do try to, after deal with the injuries, you, what was great God lost. I just want to ask, from after the injuries, do you try to go through the same motions? Do you try to rush to the, because you did take your time to go to Mops. Do you go to Mops directly, or do you go straight to Mid Beach as you realize, as per the previous discussion, Ricky is, what do you call this? Ricky was gonna go early.
Depends if Mops is an early waker or not. Samus is. He probably, if he realizes it's the what was in his dream or memory or whatever it was. Yeah, just the same day, probably still try and head there the same way. The bakery on. Still contemplate things. But I don't know, does Samus hold on to the invitations, or is it Mops that holds?
It's Mops. You are +1.
So he'd head to lab Mops.
Do you go a lot earlier than usual? Because, like, I believe you guys declared, heading somewhere in the afternoon. You head there, like, first thing in the morning?
What did I make Samus? I think I made him.
I'm not giving any hints, unfortunately. It's like, clear your memory. You have as much of the memory in Arsenal as you would have at this
When he went to the gully's leader's son's mechanic shop to grab the things that he asked for. I believe.
That would be the day before. Would you like to roll for ideas so I can help you a little bit?
Yes, please.
Okay, because
Because I think we kind of just skipped over to.
no.
No, he went to the James Jeremy.
Johnson?
No.
You can roll for intelligence if you'd like. Okay. Standard fare, at least. You do recall the suggestion. Initially, the suggestion was to go by taxi. It was gonna be heckin' expensive, given that during the time there was no public transport that went to Staten Island beyond the ferry. You had to be there by car. You suggested to get there by fishing boat. You connected to one of your dock friends. And there was a conversation on Jerome, where Jerome's been. Because people have been noticing Jerome and you have been gone a while. So, you were in jail. Jerome's nowhere to be found. So, they were just wondering if you guys were doing, suspicious things, one of the fishermen. So that was the
Okay, so
pathway.
first thing, docks then.
Yes. To get a fisherman ship before getting to Mr. Mops and setting up, getting to Mid Beach using that fisherman.
Hmm.
So that was the setup you guys had. There was conversations. you'll have to go over to Mr. Mops on what the details were. Uh, but Mops is still isn't here, so
Yep.
this is me establishing how much of the path do you follow, and how much of the path do you um, kind of stray for a bit in terms of how early do you get to mid beach, because someone's going there early.
Well, first he's checking with the doc because he does say the same thing. He first, well, if the dock worker is there,
Yep,
then
same dialogue, same string of conversation. Like, it feels weird, deja vu. Like, it further cements the fact that the same day is happening. He, checks up on you and, oh, I thought you were joining one of the street gangs now. You've been gone away. Oh, I heard you went to, jail. Is that true? Small talk.
yeah, and
Sorry,
he
hiccups.
showed that he had a bullet in his back and stuff like that. Gonna be finding it very weird and very mhm. I don't know if I want to change how he goes or he gets Mr. Mobs in it.
While you think about that, well, I'll leave
Yep.
you to think about that. I'm good. Mr. Mops is here.
Sorry, I'm having hiccups. Wait.
Oh no.
Hiccup, 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 hiccup.
Yeah, I know. I know, right?
Oh my,
Hiccup, hiccup.
oh my god, hold your breath. Or whatever works for you. I
Mhm.
don't know what would work for you.
Okay. Let me
Drink
just.
agua.
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Let me just try to fix this first. Yeah.
I miss so much. Oh, how you guys doing? No, here's the thing, Rob. There's no summary. We're going on this plan.
There's no
Okay,
memory.
okay. Actually, we need you. We'll let you calm down for a bit. But I guess for once your hiccup has died down, uh, I wanted to establish what was the last thing that Mr. Mops remembers as you kind of wake up to a ring of telephone. We've established that in the 1932 there was already telephone booths, the dial-ups, and the operators. You guys have phones in this time. Yay. I would assume that the store would have a phone down at the store. Most of the businesses would have it. So, whatever your last memory is of that night, you will wake up to the sound of a phone ringing, ring, 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 ring. How long do your hiccups?
The phone ringing.
How long did the hiccups last on? Longest hiccup in the century. And... okay, the hiccups are still good. Okay, the hiccups are still going. Oh, good. Okay, we'll leave you be, Mr. Mops, for a bit. We'll get back to you. Because I kind of want to establish, like, I wish Alfred was here too. Because I need to know if Alfred, by any chance, would be able to encounter the group. I need to establish decisions of Samus.
Oh, he would probably meet them up again.
Oh,
Just before all entering the party.
so that would be like on a letter. I need to establish their morning routine first, and if because you declared that you were still gonna arrive fashionably late, so you wouldn't be there
Yes.
afternoon. or morning.
No.
So I'm trying to establish timelines on whether Ricky and Samus and Mr. Mops actually get to meet you guys. Or they either come late or they get there earlier and they try to contact me. So this is me trying to establish that. And knowing there's only 40 minutes.
True.
No, no. I regret losing the overlay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You good? You good, Mr. Map?
You
Yeah, I
leave?
think so. Yeah. Okay. Um,
Yeah. What's the last thing you remember?
did you say he was answering a phone?
No. What was the last thing you tell me? What was the last thing he remembered before he wakes up to a ringing phone?
Phone
Oh,
ringing.
you know, the horrible mansion where creepy stuff happened, and then he broke a glass to make in an attempt to make a makeshift weapon. It didn't work out. He just cut his hand. It's not great. And then I believe you mentioned he woke up and he saw that his hand was still messed up, even though the day is not correct.
Yes. And your hand continues to bleed from the glass that you broke. And your store phone is starting to ring. Ring, ring. It's down below. Ring, ring. It has been persistent. Ring, ring. Ring, ring. Ring, ring. That gift, man.
Answers. Mr. Maps answers the phone.
Can you roll for me a dexterity to see how fast you get to the phone? Because you declared that
Oh,
your room was upstairs and the phone is downstairs. Unless your house setup is that you have an extra private line on your house upstairs. Do you declare having a private line?
no. I'll just go to the phone. Hold on.
Hey, how fast do you run, boy?
Sorry, I forgot to log into Roll20 there because of the hiccups. Um, dexterity, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah, definitely. You make a bold for it. Like, I guess, the businessman in you. Doesn't matter the horrors that persisted that night. You're gonna answer that phone. you, you like do a barrel, like a vault and barrel run from like the stairs and just make it to the phone. Uh, you pick it up. How do you address the phone call?
Hello, this is Mr. Mop speaking. Who's this?
Ricky, you hear a very winded Mr.
Yeah,
Mops on the other line.
it's like Ricky is surprised that that Mr. Mops actually managed to answer it. And so Ricky he goes like, "Hey, Mop,
Oh, it's you.
you." It's you.
Please
Yeah,
continue.
yeah, yeah. You good? You sound winded.
well, well, I just woke up to the strangest thing. It could be a dream, or it could be something very weird going on. You see, I'm a wood carpenter or something by trade, and I woke up with. Sorry, I'm not thinking good today. And I woke up with what appears to be. Hold on.
I like to think that he said, "Hold on," to double check if his hand is still stabbed with glass.
Yes, it continues to bleed. It continues to drip. Hello? Hello? Please. Hello? Hello? Oh, okay, no problem. So, we will just treat this as there is there's a phone call that says you will need to put 35 more cents to continue this call over at Ricky's end. So you actually don't hear Mr. Mops anymore. You'll need to put in more money. By the way, it's very expensive. I think calls back then you'd had to put in like $1 or like cents per minute. So it was like $1, so it was like really
Yeah,
expensive.
sorry. I'm back.
Oh, good. So you'll have
Okay.
so Ricky just puts in a bit of coins in panic as the operator
Literally.
goes, please put in more dollars to continue this conversation. Note that the conversation will
boy.
just be a per minute interval if you're calling from the phones. It's very expensive. Spending dollars per minute. So as you put it in, Mops would realize that the person on the other end is currently connecting and still collecting coin, and they reconnect again. You hear the
Oh boy.
reconnecting kick. The operator reconnects again.
It's like,
Okay.
so you were saying, Mops? I had to put in some
All right.
feet quarters there, Sha.
Okay, so I have no idea why I have a glass injury on my hand. This is not something I usually get by my trade. So just really odd.
Can I roll history to remember if Ricky remembers Mops injuring himself?
Yes. You can roll for intelligence and just a
Alright,
clarification.
intelligence, right?
Clarification for Mr. Mops. Is this denial because you do recall the events of the night before? It's process.
I think he's trying to recall it.
Oh, okay. Just know that you do remember, and it's setting into you now as you're in this phone call. Wait, you're going through the motions. Other than this phone call, you're back at the store. You're not supposed to be in the store if you went to the party. How did you get back here from the night before? If something bad happened the night before, it's starting to hit on you that you're back here in the store. You're taking a phone call from Ricky, who went to who you saw in the party last night. You recall all the events that transpired last night. How did you get to the store today? You got squished by a flesh blob in the midst of it, and you're here now. So, how does Mops react to it?
Is Ricky gonna say anything or?
Oh wait, sorry. What was that? I didn't hear that.
Oh no, it's just it's process. They were. I think you guys were going back and forth, and I was just clarifying to Mr. Mops that you do remember everything, and it's in the store. The only difference in now.
Yeah, but okay, but like right now he doesn't know if anyone else knows, so
Oh, okay.
you know he's just casually mentioning the injury
Okay.
right now.
So how does
Yeah, that's why I was asking if Ricky remembers that Mops
oh, did you roll?
hurt himself,
Or was Ricky too drunk to remember?
I didn't see your
or
intelligence
too busy
roll.
blowing someone's head off.
No. I asked for an intelligence roll. Okay.
No.
No, you don't remember the injury. You do remember Mr. Mops in the party, though.
Did you have?
Thanks, Ricky.
Did you have water next to you? A glass of water? Did you smash it?
He's. I don't think he keeps that around his bedside.
So no.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Oh great, Ricky. The one thing I was gonna count on you for, and I can't even count on you for that.
No, he doesn't remember that. And so.
Ricky's
guess it was-
remembering other things.
Oh, it must have been just a weird dream. Huh? Oh well.
I guess you're not the only one, Sha.
Why? What happened?
I kinda had a weird dream as well. Like blowing someone's head off with a shotgun, point blank. Ring any bells to you?
Oh yeah, Mr. Mops would remember that incident.
Yeah, Mr. Mops is also furrowing his brow because it doesn't exactly narrow it down. So, oh dear. Was this a day of the party sort of thing, or?
Kinda, yeah.
Oh dear. So, did you? Are you saying you had a dream where you went to the party together with everyone else, and then we, uh, we were very successful in our quest to do whatever it is the boss man said.
Yeah, kinda.
How much money
Mr.
does
Mops is like
how much money does he
is
Maybe.
kind of furrowing his brow again because it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna rely on you for anything. Anyway, so what are we going to do later, or why did you call me?
Uh, the Ricky is like thinking to himself, like, I ain't even got the foggiest. I felt like I had to call.
You feel like you had to okay.
Yeah.
All right, Ricky. I don't have any booze for you. I don't have spare change right now. We will meet. We will be meeting later, I guess. Oh wait. And then he kind of just remembers the cufflink thing. Do you happen to have the cufflinks that I gave you?
What do you mean?
Actually, the question. Do we still have the cufflinks from the party or no?
do you go and check?
Excuse me?
Do you go I say do you go and check?
Okay. So All right, Ricky. I have an idea, but I'll have to call you back later. I don't want to waste your time.
Yes.
I guess.
I've checked the possession
Is there
money.
anything else you want to say before I go?
I've checked the possession money over at Ricky's side. You have a total spending money of 10. I will declare that you spent $5 on this call.
Oh.
It is painful. You spent $5 on this call. You felt the corners.
I spent $5 for this. Okay,
Pain.
so I'm down to 35.
Yeah. Feeling the poorness. But yes. I will say though, if I want to establish, does Ricky wear his suit already during this process? Like his nice suit?
Does Ricky what?
Does Ricky wear his nice suit? His very nice suit. Do you wear it already? Does thou weareth the nice suit?
Oh, wait, sorry. I can't hear you over the music. Teka lang. Let me lower that. You're really soft right now compared to the music. That's why I'm confused.
Okay, sorry, I have to do a yes. But does thou weareth
Kailang
the suit? Are you wearing your pretty French Italian suit right now?
Yeah, I mean, Ricky's going to be wearing the suit.
Okay, when he
Or rather, he hasn't picked up the suit yet. He's like going out to pick up the suit.
okay,
But yes, he would wear the same suit because he doesn't exactly own a suit.
Yeah, and that's like you guys did the tailoring. Did you bring it home? So like I would assume that it was still in your room. So you haven't dressed up yet. You haven't dressed on your suit yet.
Yeah, no, Ricky has not dressed up yet.
Okay, alright. So you're just going through the
The fuck?
motions. Okay. So with that, um it's a weird conversation with the cufflinks, but you do recall the flint. He did give it to you. So it's something worth checking in your pants pocket, because as far as I remember, you didn't know how to put in cufflinks. Or I think you did. I forgot which one, if it's you or Samus, who doesn't know how to put on cufflinks.
It was me at the time.
Okay. Okay. So you can end the call now. For
Mm-hmm.
Mops to check over his
Yeah.
suitcase. You move over to the spot where
Mr. Maps would also like to.
yes.
Yeah, Mr. Maps would also like to check inventory of the cufflinks that was given to him, I guess.
Yes. You check over to the bag, or like the briefcase in which things are placed. There are missing cufflinks.
Ah, ah.
Should you go check? Oh,
Are
yeah.
are they? Is the number of missing cufflinks equivalent to how many he gave out the
Yes.
previous
Yes.
time?
Yep.
This is suspicious. Okay, he's going. Yeah, Mr. Muff is going to check his suit, I guess.
You
The suit that he set aside for the party.
you do see the couplings, and they are cracked, and they are now an amber color.
Hmm. I have a sneaking suspicion this is not what was intended.
Hmm.
But you know what? That cookbook guy is here, so he's just going to replace the cracked one with a new one.
I see. I see. Yeah, Um. So, uh, going through the motions for both, Ricky. I'm assuming Ricky, you try to call Mr. Mops, because as you go through the motions, go to check your suit that is in your room. You find, surprisingly, it's attached to the sleeves, and they look to be cracked, and they no longer have this like other like almost like this iridescent blue. They're all amber colored now.
Mhm.
They were attached to the sleeves.
Mm. Ricky is going to scratch his head because he doesn't. Because I'm declaring this just because Ricky is stupid. And he's a farm boy. Uh, Ricky doesn't remember what the fuck cufflinks are.
Yeah. You do recall the insistence of Mr. Mops for you to wear it, and you did, with much difficulty.
Yeah. But he doesn't remember, like if they were always there. Rather, he remembers putting them on. He doesn't remember like the exact details of it. Like he remembers he put it on. Wait, why are those on?
Okay, so you're choosing dum dum. I do not perceive. I do not understand, kind of thing.
He's confused now.
All right. So, I guess this is me establishing now. Uh, Turns over to Samus. You declared going to the docks first before going to Mr. Mops and going to the conversation.
Yes.
And then, do you wear your suit in advance, or do you carry it because you ID since you roll your intelligence? You do bring the suit with you. You don't wear it with you. You wear it
What was
At-
the
at-
fishing boat stuff?
when you were at the beach. Actually, you stripped for everybody in
Yeah.
mid beach to see your ass.
This
So-
time, I actually do want Samus to This is speaking to the fisherman. You mind doing me a favor?
It ain't gonna be free. My time is money.
He has how much will he need me to get me to what's the place? Staten Island or something?
Yeah.
Can you get me there? Be ready to leave in about 10-20 minutes.
Alright. Bill says it's the easy 20 bucks he's ever gonna make. 20 is a lot.
Yeah, he's gonna grab 20 from what the gully guy gave in the envelope.
You do recall giving him 50 last time. Give him
Yeah.
extra.
Yeah, but this was good. 2 guys and 1 guy rocking up in a suit.
You're not bringing Mr. Mobs this
Oh,
time.
this is early morning.
Oh, you're going there morning. Oh boy, someone's changing the timeline, guy. Someone's changing. Okay,
He's gonna go back, grab the suit.
when you grab your suit, by the way, you notice there's a bulk on the pants.
He's gonna check it.
When you check it and fish it out, you see the cufflinks that Mr. Mops gave you the night before. You didn't bother to wear it, bless you. And it's now an amber color and it's cracked.
Oh well. He's gonna actually put on the suit this time.
Hey, suit up. Suit
And he's
up.
gonna actually put the cufflinks on as well, even if they're cracked.
Hey. So you have a montage of suit up.
And then he's gonna get back.
And it's like, oh, looking spiffy. You're looking like one of them uptown fellas.
Put an extra $10 on Pulp if we can go around the back side of the aisle. Near where I need to go, but some distance.
Okay, I'll just show you the map of Staten Island just to get what you're asking for, which is strange. There is no back in this island. So this is Staten Island. You're in
So where's the drop off?
this one. The back of it would be on the other side of it.
This is Staten Island. It's an island.
It's like,
There's
Same
no back.
Staten.
sorry.
It's surrounded by water.
Staten. Where's
Yeah.
it?
You're on it.
Sorry, I zoomed out to
Staten
Staten.
Island. There it is
Yeah.
literally.
So yeah, if you're gonna go to the other side, that's the other side. Define
Where's the drop off point?
Midland Beach. Yeah, this one, Midland Beach, because you guys are going to this island.
The Midland Beach, and then where's the actual place?
You guys don't. Well, you are aware it's an island off of it. You guys take a boat. You guys go here in a boat. Are you going directly to the island?
That's why he's going to try
Holy
and do.
sh! Oh. Okay. You
Kumbaya.
Kumbaya. It's gonna be interesting. Okay, so you do, yeah, you do recall the this one, this island right here.
Yeah, that's what I mean by back of the island or not.
Do you point it in the map?
Yeah.
Oh my god, the music just intensified out of me just panicking for you. Okay. You tell him the island. Do you point it at him? Because it's like, you know, the backup's like I'll use my confusion to what you said as your friend goes, you know, the back of Midland Beach is like right across. You'll be in New Jersey if you want the back of the island of Staten Island. I'm just saying, if you want to go to New Jersey, there's a road ride that's better than
Back of that island. You have a map on you?
oh, yeah. Pulls up the map.
Island here.
Why do you want to go there?
Where I need to be.
Why? You sure you're not doing any of the drug cartels part of the mafia sort? It sounded like you're doing those kinds of things. Government wants something to do with a little old island. Next thing you're gonna tell me, there's gonna be like secret operatives or secret military base there.
Could be.
You're checking out for you know you're just one man. Am I gonna die?
Angel. There. Go you up.
You're not. Are you doing a one man suicide mission?
It's a sacrifice someone and that plays no role in anything. Just a
You will
blockhead.
you will have to charm him because he's afraid and he's a friend. You're not using logic on him. You're using an appeal to emotion. Because he doesn't. Wow. Oh, you, dude. You're gonna get this man killed. I swear to God. You fucker. He's like, I've known you to be a good man, Samus. And you were never crook, just like some folks. If you need to be there, I'll be there. I'll just let the missus know. That's alright. I'll let her know that I'll be doing a little bit of detour. I don't want her to be a bit worried of where it is I'm going today. That alright? I'll take about a half hour. See you in half an hour. It disappears for a half hour. Do you do anything in that half hour? Do you bring anything with you other than a flashy suit?
Considering that he has background in criminal, lockpick set anywhere, or grab a makeshift one.
Roll for luck. See if you get a lockpick. You know what? I regret asking. I regret asking you to roll for luck. I regret that you get a lockpick. You have a lockpick with you. I would say it would give you advantage to lockpick. Yeah, lockpick. Do you bring a crowbar? A pipe?
Oh, he's got the metal bat.
You metal pipe, guys. Okay.
Does he find a crowbar?
You rolled for the lockpick. I'm not letting you push your luck. No. you got the lockpick. So, with that, your friend, do you want to give him a name? I think I gave him a name before. Not Jerome. It's one of your dog-hand friends.
Call him Charlie Dane.
Charlie Dane. Okay. So there's two.
Delma trying to get us attached to NPCs.
Should have just called him Johnson too.
John.
Johnny.
Johnny. Let's go.
Then if they miraculously survive, they start up a big pharma or something.
No. Okay. Just a heads up to people, because Alfred's not here. This is the cutoff time on when we're gonna play. I'll do it a hard stop. We will have a part 2 continuation because I really want to give Alfred a chance to be part of this scene.
Mm-hmm.
So, and especially with the very varying bullshit that's happening. Okay. Wait. So, I have a question. You don't go to Mr. Mops. Do you have plans to go to Mr. Okay. So you're just thinking.
It's not like you can go find Mr. Mops earlier than they last met. Within like 15 minutes, no 15 minutes.
That is true. I remember doing this that it would remove the. I'll have a map. Water. I mean, but with the charm roll, he does agree to it. Good money. It's an easy $30 of his life. And he just goes, nah, it's probably some small fishing island or something. And I'm just gonna drop you off the beach, and I'm out, right? Just drop and drop. So, he starts navigating over to the ship, away from the paths of the ferries. Um, since it's not really early morning, I mean, the sun's up when you do this. It's just like close to around 8. Standard traveling time with this one would be a good hour and a half. As you guys are going to uncharted waters. As he gets there, it's a fishing boat. It's like similar to Dredge, like the old steeled and stuff. He's just humming a tune. He tells you how, um, you know, like if he does small talk with you on how um, they've been asking for more hands, given people have been disappearing over at Gully's docks. There's been a spook that's around. Um, you ever heard what happened 5 years ago? Some people feel like it's happening again. Something in the water. You ever heard it singing in the water at night?
through the singing, probably screaming water.
Oh, that's a whole other different thing, and I wouldn't want to know what's in that water. But something, no one been taking the night shifts. I've been taking those night shifts, and so far, I've just been whistling away. I haven't heard any singing or screaming. I think people are just easily spooked because they think Gully has a reputation for being like the Irish mob and all that.
And even in curses and stuff like that.
I mean,
Disappearances could be cool. Going to be around because of the other gang.
I mean, your truth of the matter. I mean, shootout that just happened. Nobody, it just doesn't feel safe to work at night, But more money, extra money for me. I've been getting good gigs here, left and right. Can you make a spot hidden roll as he's in the middle of talking? Fuck you. No,
do that,
no, no,
right?
no, 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 shut up. As you spot from distance 3 boats towards you. You see the island at a distance. There's not much mist, so you can see the house above the island hills from the back end. Cliffs and rocks over the end, not at the beach side.
Yep.
And probably more appropriate map as you are no longer in the docks, you are now in the court area. And you don't go to Midland. So you're seeing this, but from the back end side.
Mhm.
And much to